All right, so welcome to the group session for this team. Can I ask Anna to just unmute you here? Do you guys have a team name? Is there like the Dream Divas, or like are you guys like the Power Ladies? Like what do you guys call yourselves inside of your group?
I've kind of created a team called Lifestyle Leaders. So that's kind of what I'm going with, and these girls are all in that team right at the moment. So we're happy with that.
Yeah. I just wanted to know how I was going to affectionately call you guys. So you guys are all lifestyle leaders, okay? That's a pretty powerful place to start. I would imagine that at some point in your guys' journey, you may all want to create your own group or your own vision. That's encouraged. I hope that you guys one day grow up to be massive leaders inside of your own lives, inside of your own businesses. And this was such a huge, amazing amount of sacred honor that I serve you ladies today inside my very first group numerology session. You guys are pioneers. I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. I'll absolutely be able to deliver and jam pack a lot of value for you guys, and especially in for Anna, because you guys are all on her team, and the fact that you guys are all creating your organizations underneath one umbrella, this is going to serve as very powerful for Anna to know where her lifestyle leaders are all at. Not all of you girls are the same. Some people are in different stages of their journey. Some people are going through different places in their business. Some people have different blocks. So it would be nice to know this as we sort of get through and get going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this off by giving you guys a bit of the general information that I go through with everybody. And then we're going to just do small little snippet, like personal works for each person as we go through. This is definitely not just intended for me to talk. If you guys don't say anything, that's okay. I will speak for the full 90 minutes nonstop. But if you do want to offer or add anything into the conversation, I would appreciate that. Correct me if I'm wrong, or stop me right there if I've mispronounced anything. That can be super embarrassing if I'm like, oh, how about Gen? Is Gen there? And she's like, oh God. And that probably, so we want to make sure we pronounce Gen properly. So it's definitely a passion of mine to be able to help you guys here. And we're going to have a lot of fun. So when I do a numerology session, I'm looking for two big, huge takeaways from this. The first being the telling of your story itself. Once you guys see this, you will never unsee this. Once you know who you are in this light, there is never going any back. You can no longer live your life without understanding that this is why the way that you are. This is where that stuff happens. And very, very powerful, super illuminating. This can bring out tears. This can bring out hugs. This can bring out a lot of things that are going on. Probably a little bit less likely to happen in a group situation because we've all got our egos zipped up. It's just the reality of the earth that we live in. When we go over, we start approaching people in public or approaching people in group situations, and we take a little bit of a hide back a little bit. Unless I'm wrong and you guys are ready to get this down and get going, then of course maybe that could be different for you guys. But if anyone feels the need to express emotion most fully out that they need to, this is a safe place. I don't misuse this information. I don't misuse the trust. I won't abuse any of this stuff, guys. This is very sacred. I'm going and diving deep into your guys' lives here. So for me, like, you guys may think, oh, we're just another group of people Bobby's going to work with. No, you guys are your own souls. You have your own vision. You have your own journey in business. You guys have your own journey in lives as well. So I do want to respect that and make you guys understand that I'm here to serve. No matter how, when, where, what, I will be there to help you guys as much as I possibly can. And I'm very much looking forward to this. It's going to be so super cool. And afterwards, as Anna said, I'd love to be able to use some of this, just an idea for. I'm not going to really use your guys' information, but the way that I would use it is to ask for some feedback. And when you guys listen to this recording, the feedback is really what you would give to yourself. Benchmark, because when you hear this information today, in 6 months, you're going to be in a different place. You guys get ranks. You guys are going to hit new places in your business. You guys are going to create your own leaders, create your own teams. In 6 months, when you revisit this, you may be in a completely different spot to think, am I still in that energy? Do I still feel that emotion? Am I still dealing with that block? That type of thing. I am going to keep the chat up because Jen's saying, oh my God, I'm buzzing. Can't wait to get to know everyone better after this. You guys are like, honestly, after this, I don't even know. It's going to be one of those situations where you guys have turned into a family, And I know obviously you guys are already a sisterhood, but the reality is it is going to turn so much closer now that we've gotten a very intimate look inside of what's going on inside of our chart. So if anyone does feel like they want to write a question down, but a little bit too, I'm kind of on a roll and you're like, oh shoot, I shouldn't interrupt them, then definitely use the group chat and just go ahead and pop something in there. If you're using your phone, then probably that's not going to be so easy to do. So by all means, feel free to just unmute yourself and to get up in there. So when I do a numerology session, that's the first takeaway, is the telling of your guys' story. I hope to do this in amazing honor. The second part of our time together all relates to the goodie bag. Okay, now inside of the goodie bag, you guys are all going to get one. You'll get a new name if you need one. Some of you may not need a new name, okay? Some of you may just have the perfect stars have aligned and your business is gonna just crush it no matter what. And some of us are like, man, I'm going to business, I'm gonna do this thing, I'm gonna get something done. And then we look at the gas tank and it's completely empty and we're like, I'm dead in the water, get me moving, I need to get moving. Some of you guys are going to have really large visions, and some of you guys are probably just going to want just enough to make some retirement, just enough to enjoy some travel, just enough to get a little, like, it's okay where you're at. Does not necessarily mean that just because one has a giant vision of changing the world doesn't mean that the other one's going to be like, oh, well, I just wanted to have a couple extra $100 a month. Like, is that okay? Yes, everything is okay. What you want is fine. What you need is fine. What we're going to do is get you there. So when we pick out outfits for you guys, every name has like 5 or 6 different options that you can choose from. And let's say I'm going to pick on like Jen. Okay, so Jen has Genevieve. Will also have 6 options. Jen will also have 6 options. So depending on which way she's going to want to go, I look for the low-hanging fruit first. I want to see what page are you using for your Facebook marketing and make sure that thing is aligned. That's how I found this, okay? So I'm not going to give you guys any of my backstory today because that's going to eat up into our time. Let's just put it this way. I found this stuff based on this business. Balaj showed it to me. I've been able to help Clint and Christy put the X in their names, and things have been able to just Debbie O'Muse. I don't know who you guys want to take a look at to see who I've worked with, but some of the really big top leaders who are getting interviewed right now, they're all clients of mine. So I hope the same for you guys. I know you guys are serious, so I'm serious about getting you guys some results. So your goodie bag will consist of a couple of different options. I like to call them outfits. It's really powerful for you guys to make sure, like I asked, like all of you guys, like, what was the focus, right? Sue says here, I would like to know strategies that align with the person I am to create a wildly successful business. That's nice. I like that. Karina says, finding the strategies that align with me. Good. To attract the right people. Absolutely. And therefore make an insane amount of money. Are you guys like ready to do something crazy here? Lots and lots of money. Let's see here. Cassandra says, wildly successful business, earning exceptional amount. Okay, I get it. You guys are going crazy here. All right, so we're not gonna play small. Okay, guys, we're gonna get you, because some names are gonna be like, let's go wild, and some are like, let's just stay a little bit closer to the ground. I'm kind of like in between. I want to go wild, but I kind of want to still see the ground when I'm up there. So, but when we talk about wildly successful or exceptional amounts of money, that's relative. Who knows what that could mean to you? What it could mean to me. My next biggest goal is to make $100,000 in a month. So I mean, like, I'm on track, and I'm not afraid. I'm not even blink an eye. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it done. And I said this at the beginning of the year. It's gonna happen by the end of 2018. Who knows, right? I mean, right now it's like multiple 5 figures. Maybe I'll have a boost in November. Maybe it'll be a boost in December. Maybe it happens 6 months from then. But set your goals freaking huge, okay? I always get at least 30% of my goals. So I know that I'm going to set them exceptionally high so that I know that I'm going to be somewhere around that saying that says, reach for the stars or reach for the moon. And if you fail, at least you're among the stars someplace. But it makes a lot of sense inside it. We can never run at full maximum capacity. Like that little guy in the background there is like, I can watch me jump all day. But I'm very excited and very blessed to be able to give these options to you. You guys will get reading reports. Each one of them is an actual instruction manual for you. It's entirely based on what you are and who you are and everything you're going to need, including a calendar. You guys get a chance to see it on a day-to-day, a month-to-month, a year-to-year basis, and it will last you, I believe it's about 2 years. So you do have the next landscape of what the universe is going to look like for you specifically. What else do we got for you guys? A video recording. I'm going to give you guys audio. I'm curious. I may split up the audio and the video for individual episodes. so that each of you can have like a good little 15-minute session each, or a good little 10-minute snippet that's just for you. So if that would be of value to you guys, definitely I'd love to be able to put that together. It may just look a little strange. Like the whole thing will be like part 1, introduction, and then part 2, Anna, part 3, Sue, part 4, Cassie, or whatever it looks like. So we'll get a chance to move into those directions as we go through a recording that you can use later on into the future when this experience is long past and you need to use this as a compass or a true point to your true direction. I hope this information serves you in life and in business, and it's a gracious honor to be invited to do this for you guys. I'm very, very excited. So let's get started. When I do a numerology session, guys, I like to make a distinction between some different places and pieces that we go into. So the first distinction that we make is the self. This will be your name and your birthday. This is usually a very private session. I usually do this with only 1, maybe 2 people. I do private group trainings. That does exist, but this is the first where we're actually going to do an actual session inside of a close-knit community. So I'm very blessed and grateful that this is inside of one financial house. Anna, thank you. So we have a very powerful finite round here that says you guys are in the same pod, you're in the same magic business, you're in the same group, you guys are all in the same house, which makes it a little bit easier for me because of how sacred and how personal this stuff is. I'm very, very aware and conscious of that, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at your birthday. This is going to be the path that you walk on, and then your names, which is going to be the shoes on your feet or the backpack around you or the car that you drive down. This is going to be the vehicle that you use along that path. You don't change your birthday, okay? That's it. You get one, that's it. And you didn't pick your name. That's it. You get one, that's it. You could change it along the way. Some of us got married. Some of us decided to change their last names. Some people go by shorter versions of their name. So that does exist. But mostly we're thinking about how valuable this information will be for you infinitely forward. Doesn't matter what new technology Wismo gives you, new little thing comes out, your birthday is the same. Your name is something you use for your life. So it will serve you as a very powerful feel. What we get a chance to look at is inside of this information, the telling and the, oh my God, that's why I'm a little bit more feisty, or that's why I'm a little bit more quiet, or that's why I want to say something, but I just don't know how to say it. We get a chance to see those inside of the team, and all you guys already know each other. Okay. So when I talk about one person, the other person is going to be like, wow, that's true. I see that in them. So definitely keep it with a grain of salt that, you know, some good things will come out, some challenges will come out. I promise to do it honor. This is part 1. Part 2 looks all about what's actually missing in your chart. This is where the group dynamic will really come together, because if Anna's not going to be having all of the numbers in her chart, then maybe Cassandra has some of them, or Sue has some of them, Karina has some of them on her side, and together you guys create a bigger machine when the pieces of the sum of the parts are greater, or the total is greater than the sum of its parts. So we know that you guys are all got each other's backs. There may be someone who's got to be a whiz in the back office, or someone who just knows always what to say on side of the go live, or maybe someone just has the hypnotic writing down. So when we get a chance to see the gaps in your specific chart, we're either leaning on spouse to have them, business partners, children, people inside of your close-knit community are going to cover some of those areas that are weak inside of our lives. But it also gives me an idea as to how do you learn? Some people learn through the books. Some people learn by closing the books and they go into meditation. They're in the middle of the visualization. Some people are like, man, don't give me that spiritual stuff. I want to actually read something inside of a book or a textbook or some sort of notes and actually get some information. Doesn't matter. If you guys like to get your information one way or the other, it's all good just to know where your gaps are. Because some people are going to be like, man, I can't read. Is there a way that this book comes on audio, or did they make a movie about it? That's fine to know that you get your information more auditory. Or some people are like, you know what? I couldn't be bothered with books. I'm going to go in and ask the divine. I'm going to ask the spiritual guides to send me the answers, send me the people. Whichever way you get down, I'm fine with that. This is really cool. I would have to usually explain this like 6 different times. The fact that I'm explaining it once for you guys, we're going to be able to cover a lot of ground. So I appreciate you guys. So part 2, what's not there? What didn't get dealt out? What parts are actually missing? You could add it in a name. So just because it's missing doesn't mean that we're not out of luck. Okay. Part 3 shows up for relationships. In a one-on-one or one-on-two basis, I would say relationship with yourself, relationship with who you are, your limiting beliefs, your blocks, the things that the way that you handle your business, the way that you handle your affairs, the feeling of you being able to actually coordinate with other charts and other people in this planet is very, very valuable. But in this case, we're talking about relationships that are also going to exist in the group dynamic. So very, very powerful. You guys are the generals, the leaders who are all going to create something powerful inside of your business together. So I appreciate that this is happening as a big, huge relationship reading. It's going to be a very powerful. This is like, I did, like power readings and then power couple, and now this is a power group. And even just by taking a look at all of your guys' like outlandish dreams and your, colorful language that you were using to describe the type of success you want. Like, all right, you guys are trying to go full throttle. Let's make sure that we get you off into outer space in terms of success. But we're definitely going to call out on some people saying, okay, so what does it look like? If you guys are like, I don't know how much money that actually looks like, then we've got some work to do to climb between what wildly successful, exceptional amounts of money, crazy alignment in business means to what your actual goal setting is. If you're like, I just want to make enough. That's not enough. We want to say, I want to make $10,000 in a week. I want to be able to make $5,000 days. I want to be able to work and help other people hit like 10 people hit 6A each. Like those are finite goals that we can look at. So we'll talk about the relationship between you and your goals. And then everybody's favorite, part 4, is what names are we going to take for business? What names are you going to take for your Facebook? Some of you guys may be up for a legal name change. That's weird, right? We're not going to talk about that inside of our session today. That is a very big deal, okay? Changing your name legally is a big deal. We're not going to talk about that today, but if some of you stand up for candidates towards that, like let's say, you could look great on the front page, but deep inside on the inner workings of our life when we're talking to the government or passports, driver's license, bank accounts, credit cards, all of those names, if those are left out to lunch, being cut short, following debts, unable to accumulate wealth, we may have some words for you in case you're thinking about that. Yeah, I don't know when you're listening to this recording. It could be a year from now, 2 years from now, where you're like, yep, I'm ready. I'm going to take a new legal name. Or maybe, someone's planning on getting married or transitioning. There could be a change inside of your legal name, but that's a very big high-level move. In the meantime, we're talking about name changes over Instagram, social media, Facebook, personal page, business page, your email address, the way you sign your name, your call display. Okay, so there's a bunch of different things, that even the way that you show up on a Zoom call. You can change your the name you have on a Zoom meeting, so when people see your name show up, that it actually has alignment for the people you're about to do business with. So keep those things in mind. Anywhere and everywhere you can take it. Some people are going to be like, oh man, he gave me the X or the Q or the Z. And it's like, I don't want to take that everywhere. So maybe there might be just a small place where you do use it. Full integration has the best effect, okay? So let's go back to the beginning. We want to talk about your guys' charts. The first one that we're going to do is our fearless leader. We're going to take a look at Anna's chart. So Anna, just to confirm, you've got a birthday on the 14th of February, and it's in 1985. And then also I have the name here, Anna Louise Massie, okay? And is there like, this is it? There's no married name. There's no other names. This is not short for anything. I'm not missing any names that's part of here. What about the name you're using for your business page? Is it just Lifestyle Leaders, or do you use something else inside of your business page for Facebook?
I use Anna Massie.
So when you're spending money putting your ads out there, this is what it looks like, Anna Massie. Okay, so what we're going to see here is a chart that starts with the birthday. Now, what we do in a chart or a session is we approach you like we're approaching a planet, okay? So your birthday will be like the actual atmosphere or the actual environment, whereas we get a little bit closer, then we see things like Anna, we see things like Louise, we see things like Massie, we see things like Anna Massie, Anna Louise Massie. So there are different places inside of your planet where parts of you live. Those are what we're going to be taking a look at and seeing what we've got going on. So the very first thing that we see, and you guys are all going to get a little bit of this, okay? The first thing that we're going to see inside of here is your birthday. So the 14th of February, 1985, this is a life path 3. So because there's like 30 different numbers in your chart, We're not going to get too fixated on one number's definition of how that shows up in your life. But the first number we do see is 3. Okay, so the number 3 is going to be creative. It's going to be fun-loving. It wants to keep things in the present moment. It's very enjoyable. It's a very pretty number. Does not want to get older. Doesn't align with aging very well. So that feeling of wanting to stay young or wanting to stay like sweetheart energy, that feeling of just baby love. Okay, this is the entry point into love. It's one of the more powerful numbers for making people feel good. This is one of the more powerful numbers for making everything okay. The things that we would describe under a 3 would be like a peacekeeper or like a peacemaker. Also one who wants to make sure that the sake of appearance looks good. So she's going to be very interested in making sure all of her entrepreneurs look good, feel good, and dress up nice for business. She's going to be one of the sharpest people looking on the team, but she definitely has a vibration of wants to enjoy, wants to have a fun time. So if there's a man or men in your life or some powerful relationship situation, the way to melt this woman's heart, flowers, music, make a mixtape or a CD, this feeling of wanting to take you on a date or wanting to like enjoy some sort of lovely energy for you. If this turned into a creative aspect, we have a vibration that'll say dancer or a singer or a painter, someone who wants to be creative. This could be a really good writer. The ad copy that comes out of here could have a very fun feel to it, or even the Instagram page on this name or this person will have a lot of enjoyment and fun and action on it, okay? So this is the power of the 3. We'll have a very enjoyable number to the beginning part of you. From 0 to 27, this is a message for all you guys. The month shows up, okay? So this is now a vibration of partnership, relationship. She wants to be a good coach. She wants to work one-on-one with people. This vibration inside of February or 2 says, I'll do whatever I can for the other person. These are where these 2 numbers start to gang up on each other or on the rest of you, because the 3 will just pretend like everything's okay and just keep up the sake of appearance and just wants to make sure everything looks good and feels even at the expense of yourself. Now, this doesn't hold true for the rest of you because I know, or the rest of your chart, Anna, because I know that there's going to be a very strong feisty warrior woman that kind of emerges at the age of 27 that continues forward. So while very sweet and pretty looking, don't get this kitty twisted. She'll turn into a tiger very quickly and have that passion inside of you to get things done very, very fast. So there's a lot of passion inside of this chart, but it's also going to be based on a lot of like making other people feel happy, even if it's not making yourself feel happy. You could be at the expense of yourself to try to make someone else feel good, even if you're shoving the things that are important to you out onto the side. Okay, so that can be a little bit of a opportunity or a challenge that shows up, that people don't take you as seriously as you'd like them to. Maybe you don't take yourself as seriously as you would like to sometimes, but that 3 is just like, you know what? Just put on your lipstick, throw on some music, and let's go and tackle the day. That feeling of I can do this if I need to, and I will, and it will show up looking good. She doesn't want to have any ripped clothing or dirty stains on her thing. She's going to want to look good when she shows up. Okay, so there's a very powerful feeling in there. One of the more powerful ways towards your business is the feel good. It's not about the business. It's not about the big make money space. It's about making people find enjoyment in the pleasure of your experience. That's what will create a community around you, is to say, oh, wow, oh, look, Anna's here. Let's go say hi to her. And that lights up the room vibration, okay? So very, very powerful in terms of love, in terms of creativity, in terms of power in that space, but it's a love-based success. When 27 hits, from 27 to 55, we get our second stage. In your case, it's a 5. Now, seeing as 1985 is also a 5, that's it. You don't get to become an old woman one day. You're just a baby and then an adult. That's it. You only get 2 switches. So pretty powerful in terms of someone who's like, I ain't getting older. I'm going to stay young my whole life. I'm just definitely going to stay a young sweetheart my whole life. You're actually fulfilling that with a birthday like yours. Instead of most of us, which have a beginning, a middle, and an end, you have a beginning and a middle. That's it. So there is no, and the 5, again, very traveling, very doesn't want to stay in one space. So this thing will like evade age very quickly and doesn't want to associate with it, okay? So that power inside of you will make you very strong-willed and very powerful. But because that 3 is sitting there pleasing everybody else, guess where the fight goes? Guess who becomes the worst critic or who becomes hardest on themselves is you. You'll be like, I got to do better. I got to do faster. This is a warrior's mentality or a champion's mentality. I would suggest things like running or hiking or getting moving or getting on a bike or getting in motion, that feeling of travel is a very powerful way of satisfying what's inside of you to be able to move forward. This is going to be the 5s that take over. Also, a very strong sense of activism. So you want to speak for others. You want to definitely stand up for others. You want to be very protective of other people as well. And to take note, okay, because this is the kind of stuff that we want to see inside of your ads. Something that looks good, something that's going to be well put together, something that has a creative flair or flow to it. Also something that we can feel as a partner or a coach or someone who wants to like connect with someone else. And then also someone who's out there to fight the bigger fight. Okay, so these are the numbers that start showing up. Are we planning on getting married? Because these numbers show that there may not be that you may or may not. Let's put it this way. If you don't, it won't cause you the biggest level of depression. If you do, freedom is going to be one of the biggest staples of your relationship that someone cannot smother or contain you or try to put you in a box. That free feeling has to show up inside of your birthday. So if it does end up coming together that you will put that onto the table one day, then this person's got to know the deal kind of feeling, okay? I feel like I'm hitting some chords there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk to you about your name. Now, any comments or questions so far?
No, you just got it perfectly.
Nice. I like it. Okay, cool. So yeah, like very, very sweet to see, but when she starts speaking, she got power in her voice. Like she's going to do something. I like that. Now we take a look inside of your name. Okay, Anna Louise Massie. This thing works really well. This is one of the names you could choose to use inside of your marketing campaign. If you felt so inclined to say, I'm going to make a business page by this name, Anna Louise Massie has 3 components to it: structure and balance. So I feel sorry for the rest of you guys because she can crack the whip sometimes. That 4 is just like, let's go, ladies, let's do this, in, everybody, like a drill sergeant almost. So you're definitely going to get a 6-pack or some abs, so you're going to be puking on the side of the road. If this woman pushes you through, you can definitely have some power in the structure. This is discipline. So it's kind of like when I talk to this about parents, I'm like, this isn't that popular with small children, but when they get older, mama's proud. So the same thing inside of your guys' business. She may push you and push you and push you a little bit further, but you'll be glad that she did once you guys are hitting 4A, 5A, 6A, and you're like, man, this is cool. I like that feeling. It's going to show up grateful for that structure, and it will make sure. So things like a 90% done for you system, anybody can follow it. Anna Louise Massie's like, hell yeah, that's good. I like that. That means this has got structure. We've got form. You can do something. You can follow the rule and do this thing step by step. There would be a powerful question inside of the 4 where if someone asks you something, you're like, well, did you take a look at the training? Like, did you see the module? So that power is going to be in there to make sure that you're referring back to, well, what stage are you on? What step are you on? If you're doing coaching calls, a really powerful setting the tone before the call starts will be a very powerful feel inside of this name. Also, coach, mentor, partner, someone who will help you grow. The 2 inside of your name, we can trust you to know that you care more about us, it seems, than you even do about yourself. Like you care about the success of the team so much. So it's a very trustworthy number that we see. And then 6 is power inside of relationship, whether it be like love or business, and then power of productivity, whether it be love or business. It's the balance between 2 things. So if we're having a life path that says a bit more chaos, and then the name path which says a bit more structure, you're pretty well rounded. But we also have to worry or wonder, which is she going to beat this day? Are we going to see the more drill sergeant version of you or the more fun, it's all good version of us? That feeling can show up one day or the next. Having that report will be very valuable for you to be able to map out which days you're on and which days you need to be off of the video or outside of the group. But it does care, okay, the way a mother cares. So you guys are in great hands for leadership. Then we take a chance to take a look at Anna Massie. There you go. This is powerful. You guys have a straight up powerhouse leader here, okay? She's packing. This is like the Bond movie where you get the Bond girl in the dress and she got like a gun on the side of her. You don't even know. And she's just like, I could definitely like take people out. There's a power inside of this name that shows up for business. It shows up for spirituality, and again, shows up for balance. I am very hesitant to change your name. However, you are planning on creating something exquisitely powerful. So there is a step up from this. I chose Anna Massie as a name for myself out of getting aligned. I had a shitty name. Apologize for the swear. But actually, you guys are Australian. You guys swear all the time. I shouldn't apologize. I'm Canadian. So what we do is we see this Anna Massie as a very powerful vibration that I took when I decided to get my name aligned, which would put me 1 for business, 1 for God, and 1 for my family. So yes, there will be marriage and will be children and will be a value of that inside of your life. But remember, we're not getting smothered. We're not going to get put into anything. You definitely need to make sure freedom is the name of the game, but someone who can run your speed with you. It's better to see 2 birds flying without a cage than 1 person putting a bird into the other cage saying, don't sing, don't look good, don't look. You're like, I don't know about that. So there is freedom in part of you, but there is, I want to grow something. If it's in a family, I want to grow children. If it's in a business, I want to grow entrepreneurs. This is a name that will help you guys get to 6A. I promise you that. Even if she doesn't take a name initial. If you do decide to take a name initial, it would be the letter B, the letter K, or the letter T, okay? Take this one with a lot of care in case you do take this. We're pushing things like relationship, family, and love to the side for a second, 2 to 3, 4, 5 years maybe, and building a freedom team, like building something like that would make Balazs turn red in the face, okay? That is a global vision, and it does align to things like extraordinary or, you know, exceptional or like a cut above, like very, very different in just the dream desire lifestyle. Now suddenly it's like, I want to create lifestyle leaders. I want leaders to grow and I want leaders to have their own vision in business. This is where we get a chance to see the B, the K, or the T leveling you up. There may still be time and space for Anna Massie in case you're like, all right, I would probably recommend that once you get to 6 figures a month, multiple 5 figures a month, that the B, the K, or the T become more relevant. Or you're like, I don't fit in my current vibration. I need to do something super powerful. This is where you could probably put that initial in now, but to take it with a grain of salt, to understand that we want to balance all things. I do anyway. I'm all about balance. And with a name like 6 on both ends, balanced on both ends, we have to immediately think, okay, you guys aren't just dealing with a regular person here. She's got power from the front end to the like from the beginning page to the front end. Like she's got it everywhere she looks, okay? So this is a really wonderful chart, spiritually connected, power and vision, not afraid to work hard, but wants to see things develop. So she's going to be in tears with you guys. When you guys hit your ranks, she's going to be like, what a big win. I feel like this is my win because you're winning, and that feeling of love is going to be there. So make sure you guys have a very loving vibration with this woman, and you can enlist in her discipline. I can be a little tough sometimes when she's just like, you know, do it hard or get out of the way. Like, okay, then I'm going to do it hard. I don't want to get out of the way. I want to link on to Anna, like just even me, knowing as I'm a numerologist and I'm inside of this community, I want to be successful as well. I'm finding numbers like this and being like, oh, I'm on my best behavior. I want to impress this woman to make sure I get her the best results because she's going to speak highly of our experience and people are going to be magnetically drawn towards what she says. So there's a very big power in like what people want to hear big term. So I kind of want to retrack a little bit when I was saying your business needs to look just fun and loving and simple pleasing. When we see a name like Anna Massie, it wants to go somewhere. Like the pictures can look fun, but the content is going to be serious. The pictures or the videos may just be like, oh yeah, just another night at the karaoke bar, having a good time, dancing tonight or whatever. But don't ever forget your dreams are important and we're going to do something big together. So if you're wondering how I'm being able to do this on a Tuesday morning, like, come on, guys. There's a power inside of what we're doing. Get right or get left behind. That feeling, let's go, okay? But then what buys people in is the sweetheart flower smell. So there's a really good combination of stuff that's happening in there. Just to complete and then again, getting married would be very difficult because then you would change Anna Massie, you would change Anna Louise Massie. So and I'll just put it out for any of you guys who are planning or thinking about it or aren't there yet. You don't have to change your name to get married or be successful in love or life, okay? So just so you guys know. So we take a look at Anna. And again, sweetheart vibration, wants to do good for others, wants to help people get through things, definitely wants to play into people pleaser mode. So there could be a lot of giving up on what's important for her, for the team. But then you're going to be grinding your teeth later being like, man, I really shouldn't have done that. Actually, all of your individual names are saying this. So it shows up powerfully connected at the top level, but there's some healthy level chaos happening on the inside, a fighter spirit inside of Luis, a dancer spirit inside of Anna, and the giving, over giving sometimes of Massie. So we really want to focus, if Anna has like some homework to do after our time together, is to say, self-love. Make sure you schedule some time in for yourself to decompress, to make sure you do things just for you, non-business related. It will serve you so much inside of the business. You can even do like weekly hangouts with the team where you guys all just crack a glass of wine and just enjoy, and just make sure that you guys stop talking about business and just have the camaraderie of like the team atmosphere outside. Okay, guys, close your business books, close it all in there. So who's watching some super spicy tonight on TV, or who's got the latest news or gossip? That feeling like let's have fun right now. Let's just enjoy. And you guys are all in the same area code and what seems to be the same space physically. So I would imagine that you guys could actually do this over ladies' luncheons and having like, you know, kids dates and just making sure everybody comes together that way. But doing stuff non-business related will definitely act like glue that glues your entrepreneurs into your team. So good stuff to go in. So Anna, we're going to let you pass the torch. We've got 5 very eager ladies here ready to get their numbers written. Who's the next one who gets a chance to get read out? And also, any questions before you pass the buck, before you pass the baton? Is there anything that I said in there that you'd like to expand on while we still have you on the chart here?
I think you've nailed it like too well. I guess the big goals, like, can you tell me how fast they're going to come? Because you're right, I'm whipping all their asses, getting them going. Like, I'm a taskmaster, but it's all in a supportive, like, because I made the mistakes. It's fun and manner. So now that my goals are getting bigger, and I want to take these people for the ride, can you tell me when I'll be 6A?
So we'll put it in two separate answers. The first answer would be for Anna Massie, and the second answer would be for Anna B, K, or T Massie. Okay. So Anna Massie will say, if you want to know how fast you're going to get 6A, it's based on how fast can you take on the self-love vibration. How many sales are you at right now?
I'm just through 4A.
4A. So that's like 20, 30, 40 sales or something like that?
25 sales.
Okay. And how long have you been in the business?
6 months.
So 6 months to get to 25. Okay. So another, if you were to do exactly what you did, it would be 18 months to get to 6A. Now, seeing as that's not a good thing to think about, like, it's going to happen the next 6 months. Now suddenly you realize, okay, no, this is when it's going to happen, because you've already started putting that together, being like, I want it to happen now. Now, I would also imagine that in the first 6 months you're learning, in the next 3 months you duplicate what you did, and then in the next 3 months you double on what you've been able to do. So in the next 6 to 7 months, something like that, in terms of Anna Massie. Now, Anna BK or T Massie says, well, when do you want to hit it? Like, put that intention out there exquisitely, accurately, powerfully, fast now. It says, I'm going to do this by the end of the month, or I'm going to help all my ladies get to 4A right now. We're going to get this done in the next 6 months, the next 3 months, the next 6 weeks, wherever your launch looks like. But when you take the B, the K, or the T, you have to be very careful about what you allow yourself to say, because it will come true. So it can definitely start to magnetize very, very quickly. And so that question there would suddenly, now, I mean, like, just being in the business for about 4 years, 4.5 years now, I would imagine that that's probably like a very, like in the next 6 months is pretty powerful, especially with the way you're going right now. You guys are all going to get boosts at the same time. So if we would even be like undershooting this, like large, to think that, or overshooting it large to think that, 6 months could be 3 months, especially if every one of you guys now decides to hit 4A, 5A, 6A in the next 6 months. Like, that makes her like a 6A5 or a 6A6 or something weird. So like the concept of time really wants to relate on where you are now and where you want to go. So keep that in mind there. Yeah, I wish I could give you the crystal magic ball of saying it's going to happen tomorrow. But based on what I know and based on what names you could take, you're the director of that. So I would say at least, give yourself 3 to 6 months and power drive this through. Do one massive launch, do a 90-day blitz, and get running. That feeling is going to get you off the ground really quickly. So who's next? Who's the one you're going to pass it to?
I want Cassandra Wicks.
Okay, Cassandra, here we go.
I'm going to put our charger on this.
Cool. So I'm going to take a look now at Cassandra's stuff, and we're going to definitely, you wrote it in the chart here. So Cassandra's born on January 22nd. January 22nd, 1974. And Cassandra, here you are. Hey, how's it going? Okay, so then we see 22, we see 3. So we have a life path 8. Anna, you're lucky to have this woman. Okay, so then we see here Cassandra Kim Wicks, okay? And then you're showing up on Cassie, Sandy. What about how you show up on Facebook? Can we unmute Cassandra? I'm just going to unmute you. Okay, Cassie. So what's going on? What do you show up? What do you show up for on business?
My business page is Cass Wicks. I Spy with Cass Wicks.
I Spy?
Well, that was the name of a previous business that I had for I Spy Baby, I Spy Kids. It was an online kids business. And for me to change a Facebook business page into my name, you've got to very slowly transition the words off and include yours in. So it's Cass Wicks. I know it's ridiculous, but anyway.
No, that's actually a really powerful tool. I'm gonna pay attention to that. Sally's trying to do her name change on her page, and they're like,
send me a message and I'll explain it. Yeah.
That's a really powerful tool. Okay, so you're using a page you've already created, and now you're going to forward and just go eventually into just Cass Wicks.
Yep.
But in the meantime, it's I Spy Cass Wicks.
I Spy with Cass Wicks.
With Cass Wicks. Okay, so I mean, we could run a vibration just to see what this thing looks like. But in the meantime, we're also going to want to take a look at Cass Wicks. Okay. So what about on your Facebook? Are you Cassandra Wicks or Cass Wicks?
Cassandra Wicks.
Okay, cool. Now, I want Anna to see this. Is she coming back or is she still here? She's just plugging in, right? So, okay. This is a cool one. This one's going to be a bit tough to run, but you're among good people, okay, Cass? Because you have you've got a bit more of the serious side of things happening inside of your chart. There still will be fun and love and enjoyment as well for you. Like, we're not going to take that away, but you have, you want to do something big. You even said here, crystal clear goals and visions, wildly successful business, exceptional amounts of money. Yes. And you're even talking about your future team members. So I really appreciate the manifestation that you're currently putting inside of there. Life Path 8s are wizards with manifestation. There is a power of law of attraction that people talk about on the spiritual level. Inside of a Life Path 8, I speak to it more like it's a scientific purpose. Now, Balaj is a Life Path 8, okay? So we get a chance to see some serious power inside of these people. Do not like to be told what to do. They do not like to be, they don't like to take orders. So, Anna, give her a little bit of a break here. You're a taskmaster, you're just like, all right, Cass, you got it. Come on, girl. It's like, let's go. You're like, and Cass will be like, oh man, you just told me what to do. That's not how Cassie gets down, girl. And that feeling is going to be a very powerful, because if you're inside of my business, the first thing I'm saying is yes. Because I love when Life Path 8s, that's the graduation point of money. So when we see a Life Path 8, we know that this person doesn't want to be monogamous with money, cannot work a job, does not want to do that. Like, it wants to be the boss woman, wants to be in charge, entrepreneurial, very CEO mindset, a feeling of wants to have creative control over her business. So Anna's going to have to sort of take that with a understanding to think that she's dealing with a dragon. There's a very powerful, I want to go off and do my own thing. And so there will be a stage and a moment where, Cassie's is ready to fly out of the nest and ready to actually create her own. Nothing to say against anyone else who doesn't want to do that. I would imagine if Anna's like like lifestyle leaders, that this is going to be one of the more powerful ways to create it. We get a chance to put this effect on every one of you at the end of our time together. But when we take a look at a Life Path 8, again, wants to be in charge, definitely will spite someone out of being told what to do, and just doesn't want to follow direction, wants to create your own direction. But then what you speak is very, very powerful. So some of the more powerful numbers that show up for an 8 will be that your money wants to work for you. You can have high level, very successful conversations, and also wants to make sure that a result happens out of it. You'll push people or move people, inspire people to action based on your word. So writing a very powerful ad or a very powerful video will be right up in line with what you need to do. Being born in January, we see a vibration that says like independent. Okay, there's a strong leader. There's a very strong alpha woman inside of your birthday. My sisters, cousins, a lot of really close people in my life, all born in January. You don't cross them. They're definitely going to go in their own direction, whether you like it or not. They're independent people. They see their own vision. They've got clarity for the direction they want to go into in life. And if you don't care, or sorry, if someone doesn't care, so what? Neither do you. Goodbye. Thank you. Okay, so it's a very emotionless feeling of laser-like driven into the direction you want to go into. So keep that in mind when you're showing up as a leader, when you want to have people follow your lead. There will be people who do not want to become leaders, and there will be people who want to continue moving forward into their own direction. Those are going to be two separate divisions you put into your mind space. Okay, you stand inside of the group that says, don't worry, I don't expect you to go off into your own group. And you can stand in the group that says, all right, you guys are on a list of people that are all going to launch and fly when you're ready. So that kind of thing shows up inside of there. Here's where the 22 picks up, okay? Because you're born on the 22nd. At 27 years old, it's game on. You will also share the taskmaster ability. You'll also share the foundation ability of getting things done on order, on time, ready to run. But it's a mastery number. 22 shows up as, I am going to create something very big. I'm going to create a big, huge foundation for leaders to come through my process. They're going to come through my system. I'm going to groom them for their own group, for their own leadership. I'm going to build big things. This, you know who else was born on the 22nd? Clint. And he's also born on a 22 year. These people want to take something powerful for themselves, and they want to actually help other people do bigger and better things on their own. So you guys are in a great lineage of leadership so far. I like the fact that this is showing up in the middle part of your life, because this is where you do all the big stuff. From 25 to 55, this is where you get the major meat and potatoes, the big chunk of your success happens inside of here, and very, very powerful to be able to see that. But make sure things are in order. Make sure you're doing your discipline. You're journaling every day. That 4 in there can be a barking mind to think like, I'm not doing the right thing. I'm not working hard enough. Why is everybody getting so much more successful quicker? A mastery life path will take, or like part of your life is in mastery, will take a little bit longer to get there because it's got more to figure out. It's got more to build. Some people just want to build a small little house. If you're like, I want to build an urban development of houses and we're going to have a big, huge league of legends are going over here, that feeling of the 22 is going to say, I'm not afraid to do that. But then the barking mind is going to be like, go and do the job and be a bricklayer and just do it one step at a time. You're like, oh man, that nagging mind is pulling me down. The way that you would solve that vibration is to journal every day, write down a 10. And this is going to be, this is powerful because you guys all get a chance to take a page from each other's books here. Write down your top 10 list of things you're grateful for, top 10 list of things you're working on that day, top 10 list of things that are exquisitely powerful that you own, or maybe opportunities or challenges you're dealing with. If you can keep that hamster on the wheel running very powerfully instead of like trying to drive the spaceship, that's where the accountant belongs, is to create lists, and to create things order and to put order in stuff. That's where that 22 will show up, but it wants to see things grow into a very spiritually large direction. Then at 55, guess what happens? No more aging. It's like, that's it. I'm done with getting older. I've hit 55. That was big enough. But now I'm going to go back into my princess vibration. There's a vibration of youth and enjoyment. There's a problem with the 3 and the 8, though. They end up getting a little bit too addicted to things. So in case you want to have a couple extra glasses of wine or a couple extra slices or a couple extra this or that, be careful what you addict to. It's kind of tough to talk about this because we're seeing you now where we're able to set you up for success in life. Very unlikely that you're going to get caught by abuse or addictions for the self in that time of your life. It's just a path that doesn't exist anymore, but it should be paid attention to, that you don't use the bottle of wine to escape from reality, that you use it as a reward for the hard work that you've done. Same glass, same bottle, same experience. One is tainted with escapism, and the other one is like lavished or lathered in love and reward and enjoyment, saying, I'm going to enjoy this because I've worked really hard, and this is what I do when I work really hard. I enjoy myself. So that feeling is going to be inside of there for you when you get to that later part of your life. But of course, doesn't mean that you're not going to be sweetheart right now, very loving right now. It's just the place that you're going into. Business is over. At that age, you're like, that's it. Now it's time to enjoy and spend all the money that I've made in my life. Okay, so traveling, having lovely experiences, still being very powerful to connect it with money. But now your money is set up and it's working for you. It's not, you're not working for it anymore. Right now, you're going to work damn hard. You work super hard and get that thing done right. So I can trust your house when I walk into it. I can trust your bank account when you put it up for there. You're like, you know what, I'm going to buy that. We're not worried about thinking, can I really afford it or not? It's like, no, I'm going to go and do it. It's actually going to happen. So there's a vision of like clarity inside of the one. There's a mastery vision outloading like a blueprint that the engineer or the architect puts out and says, all right, this is how I'm going to build my 6A2-4 or 2-3. It wants to see depth. So Anna, keep up. Make sure that when you see this woman, that she doesn't take power over top of your speed. The leader has to run as fast as the rest of the pack. So not to say that Anna's going to be having trouble keeping up, because she's got a great name, but at the same time with Life Path 8, we want to really acknowledge the version of you that wants to be a global inside of business. Let's take a look inside of your chart, inside of your names, okay? So the first name that we're going to see here is going to be Cassandra Kim Wicks, okay? So this is the name that you're born with, and we're going to take a little bit of time sort of looking into this. Cassandra's a great name, just so you know, okay? It's going to measure Cass and Cassie really quickly. So Cassandra is like hustle in business. So this is your starter gear. Hey, wait a second. Cass also is good. Cass is going to say leadership, family, adventure, balance. How about Cassie? And Cassie, I wouldn't use it, okay? So just so you know, Cassie with a Y will work, but it still doesn't hold a light against Cass or Cassandra. Those will help you a lot further in business. Cassie with a Y will kind of work hard, but doesn't want to go too far. And then Cassie with an I or an E doesn't actually work hard at all, just over-sacrifice. So it's kind of imperative that you introduce yourself properly. Hey, my name is Cassandra. You can call me Cass. That feeling is going to be very a 1-2 punch. Train yourself on how to say that very well. Hey, my name is Cassandra. Nice to meet you. You can call me Cass. That feeling is there, okay? And in case you don't want to scare anyone and you know you're talking to someone who doesn't have an entrepreneur mindset, then you say Cassie with a Y, okay? So you just say, my name is Cassie. And that way you know you're talking to someone who you're not planning on doing business with, but you still want to hold power. So good name, great name, very powerful. Now, Cassandra Kim Wicks, okay? So this is the name you were born with. This one is going to have trouble getting started. So you have a very powerful name or number path, life path, but your name says, I'm going to think about this. Don't push me into a decision. I need to go in and think about stuff first. Going to get trapped in your head a little bit because the numbers are going to be very powerful for intuition, but not powerful for expression. So where Anna Louise Massie could use her full name, we don't use Cassandra Kim Wicks full on for business. But then we take a look at Cassandra Wicks, another name that you don't want to use on its own, okay? So this one will speak of leadership, but then will as well keep sweeping things under the rug, wants to stay young and feeling, but also very intuitive on the inside. So it's not going to be saying very much to yourself or others, just wants to be very independent. So when we take a name like Cassandra Wicks, we can go Cass Wicks. Let's see that one. That one will be powerful. Cass Wicks is good. Cass Wicks will favor business on the side of quietness. So if you want to be the calm, stoic, reserved person in the back who doesn't want to say very much, the strong and silent type, then Cass Wicks will be the one you need to go with. How about Cassie Wicks or Cassandra Wicks? Or sorry, that was one there. Cassie Wicks, at least see that one there. Yeah, I guess, works okay. Let me see just Wicks. Okay, 292, 922. Very loyal, very passionate to care for other people. This is a good name. Kim is just Kim, right? It doesn't actually show up for like Kimberly or anything as a middle.
No, just Kim.
Okay, so if we're going to go with a name that you can use for your business page, Cass Wicks is going to be a good name if you want the lone wolf feel. Okay, so may not show up all the time with something to say, but it holds a grounding space for other ones spiritually. So this one has a spiritual leg in it. If in case you're like, hey, well, what else you got? I want to take an initial. Then we would look at taking the letter Cassandra E. Wicks. That one would be powerful. EF or G. Cassandra G. Wicks. If we go Cass Wicks, then the number would be GP or Y. Not really that powerful. But those are your initials for names. Any questions about what we've talked about, or any let me see if I can find another one. Do you have any questions at all by any chance so far?
No, I think a bit like Anna, you've nailed it. And interestingly enough, you talk about the be careful with the wine and all that sort of stuff. Just due to this is just for the others, due to some other things that went on in my life in my early 30s, I actually had to make a decision to be very careful. So it's interesting that, I love a glass of wine, but I'm also acutely aware that I have to be very mindful of doing that. So it's interesting that that's come up, and I'm very open to talking about that. So that's really interesting. I guess a bit like Anna, I'd like to, there has been, I'm literally just starting. So I'm a little bit, I guess, wanting to find out once I implement, I guess, some of these things, where I'll go and in what sort of time frame.
6 months. Get something really powerful done in 6 months. Like, go for an outrageous goal in 6 months, and don't just sit there and be like, all right, 5 months and 30 days to go. It's like, run like your life depends on it. And we're going to say again, be careful of what you say. These 8s are very powerful with the law of attraction. If there's a feel of a need to just keep the peace or keep the sake of appearance, or feeling high powered for the company you keep, it will drive you to drink. It will drive you back down to indulge. So yes, I'm glad that you can be aware of it. I would say set up a little fail-safe switch that after the second glass, or after the first or the third, or whatever it is, that you've shut yourself off. And hey, you know what? It's not a bad idea to just say once a month that you just go nuts if you want. I mean, I'm not going to try to enable you into whatever feeling that you've had to triumph over, but I will say that everything in moderation, even excess. So, and have some excess in moderation if that makes you feel good. But at the same time, don't forget, those who work hard, they play hard too. Okay, so a very powerful feel. But if you're brand new in this business, getting started like this, I expect with one of these numbers, something very powerful within 6 months for sure. This alone would get Anna into her 6A in 6 months alone. So if you guys set a 6 month goal, it'll be very powerful to do a follow-up session with everyone later on. But very, 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 very powerful stuff. Cass Wicks. I mean, I would even go as far as to say, change your make a new page. I mean, you've created a following on iSpy that may not be the same target market as your other one, or your new business. Up to you, completely up to you. Right now, iSpy with Cass Wicks. I'm just going to quickly put that together and see if this is helping you or hurting you, because it's 6 months, right? You're getting started right now. How powerful is it right now? So iSpy with Cass Wicks. Yes. Oh wait, hold on. Nope, doesn't work. So I would probably say until your page can migrate over, that you start a second one, or you start something else that shows up. And then when it can switch, then you would merge the two pages if you want. But I wouldn't expect iSpy with Cass Wicks to have anywhere near the amount of financial power that you hold in your chart. It doesn't go that high. It goes very, very low. Okay. So, and it's just an interim name. It's not something you're landing on. So
no.
Can you try just with Cash Wicks? Cash Wicks. So CASH. Let's unmute you. Go for it. What are you trying to say, Anna?
You try with Cass Wicks, because her business page has 11,000 people on it. So to just go and start a new business page is not as easy as it seems.
That's okay. I mean, but at the same time, 11,000 people who are all into kid stuff may not all be into freedom lifestyle entrepreneur. So, I mean, you know, like, see, someone has like, oh, I've got 20,000 people from my photography page. I want to use that because that feels like I don't want to leave that thing behind. I'm emotional to the people in my audience as well. So I totally understand you. And this is why you're like, hey, I'm going to migrate it over eventually. So absolutely not a bad look. But one day they will all align. If you can't align it right now, just pay attention to
It'll
that.
align eventually, yeah.
There you go.
And you're suggesting the most powerful name is Cass Wicks with a E, F, or G. Is that right?
Let's see here. Cass Wicks. No, let's say the most powerful one would be Cassandra Wicks with an E on it. Cassandra E. Wicks, okay? Or if you go even further, if you're like, well, I want something that's global vision, it would be the letter EB or Cassandra B. Wicks or Cassandra EK or ET. So you could take the letter E and the letter BK or T as a combination. Some people take two letters, but the most powerful of all that you could take would be that one. The most authentic one that would kind of move you forward most accurately would be probably Cass Wicks or Cassandra E. Wicks, okay? So, yeah, just sort of, you can even hide the letter E inside of Wicks and just spell it W-I-K-E-S, like, or W-I-C-K-E-S. If you were to, like, I don't know, I can put the letter E in there, you could misspell a name, nobody will really notice. It'll still sound the same. Or you could just say, no, Cassandra E. Wicks, and that one holds a vibration of power in business. But same with Cass Wicks. The only difference between the two is Cass Wicks wants to do it on her own, and Cassandra E. Wicks wants to build a family vibration around her.
Nah, yeah, that's better. So Cassandra E. Wicks. Okay.
That's the one. Yep.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Who's next? You're passing the baton, Cass.
Oh, I am. Okay. How about Jen?
Okay, so let's do Jen, and what we're going to take a look at Jen here. Where's Jen's stuff? Okay, so Jen put her things in there. Sweet. Okay, so Jen's got a birthday, much like mine. We're both Cancers. So June 30th, 1982. And then I take a look at here. So there's a lot of love going on inside of the chart. I believe this is also a Life Path 11. So this we've got Mastery, we've got Angel here. I'm just going to quickly double check this. But usually I see these things show up. So it's the 30th of June, 1982. And this one's going to be cool. I like reading charts like mine. Yep, Life Path number 11, just like myself. And then so your name that you're born with is Genevieve. And then it looks like, help me out here. Is the middle name Della Vega?
No, that's my surname, but it's 3 words. So that's what my family name is, Della Vega.
Do you have a middle name? Okay. Powerful stuff here. So we're taking a little bit of a switch here. So your original last name is Della Vega Ryan.
No, sorry. So Ryan's my married name. I actually legally changed Della Vega to be still part of my name, so it became my middle name.
Ah, okay.
Because it's a Spanish tradition, is that when you get married, you keep both family names together. So I liked. Yeah.
Cool. And then when you go online, you're using Jen Ryan.
Yeah. Or on Facebook, I'm still Genevieve Ryan, but when I introduce myself, I say Jen.
Okay.
Jen. And I don't know if it's relevant, but my social handles are just a shortened version of that. It's Jen DLV with the R on the end, to Jen DLVR. My business page doesn't have my name though, so I just called it Future of Work. So whether I need to call that Future of Work with Jen Ryan or I'm not sure.
I mean, I'll say this as we go through. People come up with cool, funky names for their business, and if it works numerologically speaking, I'll give you thumbs up anyway. But I will suggest that if you use a name and you advertise yourself first, it's kind of like having a conversation and just be like, hi, I'm a numerologist. And people are like, that's a weird name. But then if I say, hi, I'm Bobby. Oh, hey, Bobby, my name is Jen. Yeah. Meet you. And, oh, what do you do? I'm an entrepreneur. Oh, my name is this. So it comes naturally in conversation, whereas on a social media post, it can be a little bit off-putting to your audience to see your business name before they see your name. And create a disconnection there. However, having said that, if the name works, we're going to run with it. Okay. So so you said you were using something for your business name, your sponsored page. What does it look like right now?
It's called Future of Work.
Future of Work.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's the future of what work is going to look like basically in the future as everybody's this online social media entrepreneur field.
Yeah, we're doing hybrid things. People are just not location dependent. We're all connected, but in an online with different communities. We're starting to pick and choose how we live our lives.
Absolutely. I like the model. I definitely like the model. And what could be really powerful is how this actually shows up as in a numerology light. So we'll start with your life path. This is really powerful for Coach. This is a very loving, we have a very strong heart that shows up in here, but also very spiritually connected. When we get a chance to take a look at a life path 11, we see things that show up as like spiritual, very vocal with your spirituality. This can go through difficulty in relationship within yourself or partners or parents or siblings, people that want to just teach you more about life than you would really care to learn. But when it gets into some of the like the mid 30s where you're in right now, the success becomes very big, and it's almost as if that holding out of everything that happened at the beginning of our lives now suddenly comes back with interest. So in case there are any uneven relationship experiences that happened in the past that still haven't yet to come profit, they will come through. But this is an angel, okay? So when we see this number, we see someone who wants to help people through to the next stage. This is someone who wants to teach someone something about what they're going through or what they're handling inside of their life. You have a very solid connection towards the spirituality, a very sensitive connection as well. You'll be able to feel the pains of others very, very easily and very quickly. So there's a very powerful manifestation version of you. So if you see stuff like or hear stuff or envision things that are happening, this is where you'll probably see it, is because there shows up angel numbers. So giving up on what's important to you, sure, no problem. As long as my kids are okay, as long as my business is fine, as long as I can help someone, that's fine. It's not an ego-facing number. You want to create a love and community inside of you. Also, the number June shows up. So visions of being a mom one day. Same thing with me. Life path 11, and I was also born in June. I was always waiting to just be a dad one day. I want to be married one day. That vision has showed up very early for me in life. And then just like my Sally, she was also born on the 3rd or 3-day. You're born on the 30th. So we get a chance to say inside of this time, you're not getting older. There's going to be a sweetheart vibration for you as well. Creative, very loving, wants to see the best in people. You know, will give people extra chances, or like give them more than the benefit of the doubt. You'll give them the benefit of your doubt as well repeatedly. It's like that feeling of, oh, it's okay, don't worry, you'll get the next one. And that feeling just wants to show up loving and caring. So it's great for mom. That also is really powerful with her kids too. But people want to see a pretty vibration inside of your powerfully loving vibration as well, that all has these angel wings that sort of spiritualize over top. By the time you hit 55, the vibration then turns for you to say, I just want to be with my babe. I just want to be with my love, and I just want to actually do things with just hold someone's hand. Inside of business, they'll be working one-on-one really well with other people, but you're going to get a real big kick out of helping someone feel good or get success in their life. You're just going to be like, this is my success as well. It's very connected to the other person's success for sure. Now we get a chance to take a look at your names, okay? So you were born as Genevieve De La Vega, okay? So we have a vibration here that shows up, and it's going to be there's a chaos that's happening inside of here that nobody knows about, the inner fight. So it's a warrior vibration, but very calm and stoic. Nobody would ever know that there's inner turmoil happening until you've been activated, and it's like, no more Mrs. Nice Girl. You're going to go out there and actually be a very passionate person. But going on hikes, stepping onto a mountain, moving somewhere quickly and then finding a nice, safe, quiet space away from everything will be very, very powerful for a name like this. Then you decided to keep De La Vega, but then put Ryan on top. And again, we have more vibration for Angel. Very powerful number that wants to help people get through stuff, but it'll serve others way, way, way better than it serves herself. And you guys will know this one for sure with her. She's going to take care of everyone, but she's going to be super exhausted by the end of the day. So I would imagine things like self-care, self-love, the self-love journey will be some of your most powerful moments spent. is scheduling time in for mommy time. It's time for me. It's time for me to just do what I need to do, take a nice salt bath, go into the salon or into the whatever it is and get your nails done, hair did, whatever you need to do. But taking care of yourself and treating yourself like a princess is going to be very, very powerful for yourself. And I mean, I can even feel the level of discomfort being like, oh man, that's so super selfish. I don't know if I could do that. Like, this is a lot to take on right now. And I get it. That can be a bit difficult to take on, but it's your team is depending on you to love yourself more than you take care of other people. And that's a tough thing, especially to tell to a mother. So we're looking at right now at the name Future of Work. Whether this name works or not, you could still use it inside of your team. Like, you could use it as your team name, and because you've created a brand around this. To think that there's connection, there's power between the future of stuff, there's location independence, there's all of those. I was like, oh wait, whoa. Like, does anyone else realize that she's put some serious thought into what she's creating? Like, Future of Work isn't just something you're like, I need to build a page really quickly and put something down there. It's like, no, I've got a vision. Future of Work actually works. It is a good number. It's got starter kit. This will help you get to some figures in life. However, it may not take you the whole road. It may come short at a certain point. Once you've created all the momentum you can, you may be looking to step into something else. But let's take a look. So in case you do keep it, you're good to keep it. I would definitely suggest you use your name. So we take a look at Jen Ryan. And Jen Ryan would definitely want something in there to help you move forward. You could take the letter C, the letter L, or the letter U, okay? If you were to keep Jen Ryan. This would give you queen vibration, okay? This is very fitting for someone who's got queen number in her month, princess number in her day, and also a very loving mother field vibration that we've seen all the way around. Take Jen U Ryan or Jen C Ryan or Jen L Ryan would be a very powerful feel. What about taking something a little bit different? Let's see what else you got. So there may be a vibration for you that exists, like Genevieve Ryan. You don't need an initial. If you just went by Genevieve Ryan, this name would be very powerful. Same thing as Future of Work. So you have a very powerful vibration that says, I want to look good, I want to travel, I want to be independent with my location, I want to sit in one spot, but dang right, we're going to make money and we're going to make it fun. It's going to be a lot of enjoyment. It's not focused on, the structure. It wants to just make everybody happy and just enjoy. It's not worried about to have to deal with a taskmaster and then have these numbers that say, let's just enjoy and have fun and let's just keep things nice and light and nice and fun and friendly. This is where these vibrations show. There are no 4s inside of your chart yet, so the structure isn't showing up just quite. Let's take a look before I put my foot in my mouth here. 224, Genevieve, just put my foot in my mouth. You do have a vibration there that will see structure, that will be a good coach, that will be a very foundational place for you to run. But there is a lot of fun inside of your numbers. And even Jen, Anna, what's going on with your team here, buddy? You got some powerful, it's a very difficult, feat to be able to show up with balance in your chart. And for you to have it in a lot of different places. Della Vegas are very pretty people. They're very lovely and very loving. They're enjoyable. What about Ryans? I know Ryans are good. Ryans are very powerful people, okay? So Jen Ryan, how's that one show up? That one was the only one out of all of this that was giving you headaches. Jen Ryan is not a good name to show up as. And also Genevieve Della Vega and Genevieve Della Vega Ryan, that was it. Genevieve, Jen, Ryan, Genevieve Ryan, Future of Work, those are all powerful. And if you want to take it one step further, Jen L or Jen C Ryan. Very cool. I like this. But the problem with Jen Ryan, the problem with most of this is that it doesn't serve her. She doesn't serve herself. She's so busy serving everyone else, taking care of the kids and the group and the family and the business and my leads and my this and everything wants to get priority over you, Jen. Don't do that. We have to make sure that you really take pride in making sure that you're going to have discipline for yourself and not just show up for everyone else. Otherwise, mommy's got to take a nap at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you don't have the energy to continue on throughout your day. Another one that we're going to take a page from your book and give it to everyone is to say that you guys should all be doing a 15-minute honor me routine first thing in the morning. Genevieve especially, that you breath work, you drink some water, enjoy the view, go for a walk, take the dog for a walk, whatever it is. Do your exercises, your mantras, meditations, manifestations, your whatever you do for 15 minutes in the day before you start taking care of the circus, before the rodeo wakes up and all the kids, Mom, I'm going to eat breakfast. Oh, I spill this. I got 3.5 kids right now. So, it gets pretty hectic first thing in the morning. So I got to make sure right before they all wake up, that just means I go to sleep 15 minutes earlier, wake up 15 minutes earlier, and I get a chance to do me. I get a chance to meet my needs first before I start meeting everyone else's needs in the day. Very, very powerful stuff. But if anyone needs a spiritual shoulder to cry on, this is the girl to go and find. She's definitely been through it all, and she knows how you feel. She knows what you've been going through, and she's got some wisdom for you and a very loving heart to be able to care for you through it. So, Jen, what do you think? Any big, huge, burning questions about this information?
So just to clarify with the name, so with Future of Work, if I was wanting to go a step further, add the add Genevieve Ryan as part of that, or you're saying it's okay standalone?
It's okay standalone. If you were to go more powerful than this, I don't know, like Future of Work, it's a sentence. So if we put a letter on it, it looks weird, right?
Yeah.
So let's say
maybe it's more of my name.
Like
Genevieve Ryan.
Yeah, the more powerful version of this would be linked into your name, not into a business name. A business name, Future of Work. Get the T-shirts printed, get the website, get everything done. Like this thing will solve or like serve a purpose for business. It just probably isn't the most appropriate thing to show someone when they're scrolling on Facebook. It is okay to say this is the future of work, or future of work is what we stand for, and you can brand around the title, but your title for your business page when you spend money on it would be more powerful. And that's a thing for all you girls. You could use your business name as a label for your team, or a label for your passion or your vision, the logo or the business name or the handle, but to sponsor an ad, it flies more under the radar when you use an actual name instead of setting up a public figure page and then naming it other than someone's actual name, okay? But Gen C or Gen L Ryan is fitting for the queen, okay? That's the vibration of elevation that you would take. Every other one of this says, I'm going to have fun and get to business. I'm going to have fun and hustle. We're going to look good, feel good. We're going to run after babies. We're going to have the energy to get it done. But it's not about the structure or the long term. It's about let's get stuff done now. Let's throw a bunch of stuff at the wall, see what sticks, and we'll learn as we go along the way. If she shows up late or doesn't show up at all, that's okay. Just leave her be, Anna, because she's more into the emotion and the heart of things. But there is a passion in creating stuff done, and there's a spiritual level to this as well. So if I was talking to you, I would say leverage your angelic connection to call onto the divine or the spirit or whatever it is you pray to. It could even just be very religious, but the spirituality inside of you will connect you to the source, and they want to do the heavy lifting for you, okay?
Yeah, cool.
Cool. I realize that we're running a little bit behind. Are you guys all cool to continue going if we have to take a few extra minutes? Good. Yeah, Sue's saying okay. Anna is okay. I got thumbs up from you guys. Okay, good. So I'm not going to be too worried about us going overtime, but the first time that we do these things, especially when I don't want to like take away from anyone's experience. So if you guys feel like we want to dive in a little bit, also Anna, if you feel like you want to have any questions about the ladies on your team, by all means, just pipe on in and let me know. So Jen, if you have another question, I'd love to hear it. Otherwise, I want to know who's gonna who are we passing this off to? I'm just gonna unmute you here.
Let's go Camille.
Okay, Camille. Cool. So we've got Camille here, and I'm going to pull up Camille's chart because she put something in there for us as well. And where are you? I think you were one of the first persons to do this. That's why it's up so far. So let's go up a little bit and let's take a look here. Yeah, you are. So we're taking a look at Camille. Which one's Camille? Hi. Hey, how are you? Thanks, Anna, for unmuting. Okay, so Camille is here, born Camille Marie Gillen or Gillen.
That was my maiden name.
All right, and then today you are now Therakoff.
Yeah.
Whew. How was it? Was I okay with that?
You said it right. First go.
Okay, cool. So Camille Therakoff, and what about your business page? Do you have one? Obviously, but do you?
I'm using a business like social media page called Mummy Juggle. Like, you know, yeah.
Like juggle, and then mummy with a U or with an O?
A U.
So MUMMY juggle.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So mummy juggle sounds like you know, an active lifestyle. Have to juggle being a mummy and having juggle business and the husband and the household, and so the whole thing shows up inside of there. I definitely have respect for what you guys do as moms. So we're gonna take a look at this life path. 12, 13, 4. Very powerful. So you got another taskmaster here. This girl's like, I'm definitely showing up at the office. I'm going to see this. I'm going to be there. I promise. There's a power inside of foundation, inside of your chart. But just to make sure that I have it, I'm just going to double check. So it's the 15th of June, 1980. Okay, so there's some power inside of this here. And we see here, sorry, I made one number mistake. Okay, good. So we didn't go too far into the wrong direction. So we have another life path 3. So they're very sweetheart. They can be the one who can be overindulgent, but there is a power inside of there. So Camille, double L, and then Therakoff shows up as your business, as your page on, or your personal profile. Okay, so as a life path 3, we went over this a little bit a while ago when we were talking about Anna, so we get a chance to review a little bit of this, but yours is going to have a little bit of a different take, because where Anna was dealing with partnership and feisty, passionate feel, now we have Camille showing up with family. There's nothing but love inside of this woman's life. She's a very loving person. Going to have that creativity, that sweetheart smile, the one that lights up a room. People want to be a part of what you're doing. They also care about you. You care a lot about others, but there's a lot of lack of self-care in this, okay? So I'm not sure what your names are going to show. We're going to see that in a second, but this is overtly caring about other people before you care about yourself. Like, I'm juggling this, I'm juggling that, I'm doing this. Mommy juggles everything, but do you ever juggle yourself at a certain point? Like, do you ever get a chance to be thrown up and say, Mom needs this, or I need to do this for myself? Very unlikely, okay? So you care a lot about other people first. This is someone who puts other people first quite a bit. So we trust your leadership, that we know you're going to be there for your team. But most of your guys' success is going to be dependent on how you treat yourselves, guys. I just want to make sure that we get that really clear, that really does show up for us, to make sure that you do have that. Self-care is very, very valuable. And of course, number 3, so we have to worry about things like too much this, too much that, a little bit too much enjoyable vibration of wanting to seek comfort. For me, it was, being super honest with you guys, had a really negative addiction with food, a really negative addiction with drugs, a really negative addiction with video games, and really bad things in my life when I was like seeking comfort. So in case anyone is dealing with the underside of that, I get it, I understand, but the reality is that we want to feel good. We want to enjoy. We just want to have a great time. That sweetheart princess vibration is never far away. So you'll be good with small kids. You'll be good as a mummy. It's not going to become mom one day, like, oh my God, mother, like, it's mummy, it's mama. Like, it's going to be a very sweetheart vibration. Never wants to get older. So you're going to have a very young feel to you for a very long time. But 6 happens for the, I mean, who did this last time? Anna, where she got one switch in her life and that's it. Same thing with you. You get one switch and that's it. And that happens at 55. So you get a chance to be mummy mode until you finally hit grandmother mode in the long distant future. But you've always been the mother. You've always been a motherly vibration to everyone and wants to be another big, huge hug to have. So I can't wait to give you guys all hugs when we see at the next event for sure. I'm definitely coming down to your guys' events. This is a very powerful feel. But there is a valuable vibration in the balance between love and money. So for you to come up with something that says juggles, or I want to juggle this, I want to keep the mastery of balance, it will be at the expense of yourself. That's what the 6 says. The 3 is like, what do you mean sense of self? As long as everybody's happy, I'm okay. So we got to really be very, very careful to that. You don't go over into people please, but you do want to have a very powerful vibration for wealth. It does show up. It says here, even there you go, money alignment, attracting quality people into the business. I'm going to point blank this one. if you want to attract quality people into your business, you must become a quality person for you and yourself. And if you're not taking care of what your needs are, and you know when this shows up, and you're kind of like, huh, I'm always taking care of everyone else, and never get any for me, and I'm not always taking care of everyone else. And that feeling of getting a little sour and resentment and regret of being like, why am I missing something here? Like, I'm doing everything for everyone. Why isn't anyone doing anything for me? It's because we're not doing anything for ourselves. Okay, that's the reason why the universe isn't treating us the way we want it to. It's because we're not handling ourselves the way we need to. So very, very powerful life lesson that we're all going to take a page from Camille here is to say that self-love is one of the biggest, most powerful things ever to be able to know, even if it's just standing in front of the mirror, first thing in the morning, looking yourself dead in the eye. That's a really hard staring contest, to stare yourself in the face and to know that I am good, I am worthy, I'm good enough, I deserve this success. Because of me, people are going to become successful in their lives. Cassandra says, I may have to jump off if the little one wakes up, so I appreciate you, Cass, if that does happen. The recording will exist, so you will be able to continue on later, so just so you know. But I do appreciate that. I know that I promised you guys 90 minutes, but looks like we're going into overtime. So we still got a couple people left to review. But let's take a look a little bit deeper inside of Camille. So Camille shows up with Mommy Juggle, or Mummy Juggle. So we see here Mummy Juggle, not a vibration for business. Okay, so if we were to slightly arrange this, let's see here. Mommy Juggle with an O, that one would work. Or if we were to take Mummy Juggle, how about Mummy or Mommy Juggle? No, I'm trying to put something in there to see if it would balance itself out. Mummy Juggle doesn't work, but Mommy Juggle will, in case you just change one letter. But at that time, it's not really saying Mommy Juggle. It's just saying, let's hustle. I got leadership, and I'm definitely going to help people get through to where they want to go. So it's a feisty look. It's going to be a very passionate feel towards business, which would be a little strange because it doesn't quite say the Mummy Juggle. That would, if you're trying to create a brand around what that thing means to you, and someone says Mommy Juggle, it's not going to be congruent. So I would say back to the drawing board with that name. Unfortunately, it doesn't work the way we want it to inside of a business. But if you ever have ideas, you can always reach out to me and we can talk about it. Or if you have other things you'd be working on, we can. But if you want a quick little fix right now, be like, well, give me something. Mommy Juggle. Okay, so that would be a little bit different. But let's take a look at Camille Therakoff. Now, sometimes people don't want to use their name. I get it. So if you're not too focused on that, that can be a bit tough. But this one would take the letter F, the letter X, or the letter O. Camille F, or Camille X, F-G-H, or Camille H, Camille Q, or Camille Z. All right, so we found it, the Q or the Z, weird letters. We also have another version of you that shows up. Therakoffs are good names. So you've got a vision inside of you to create some powerful wealth. So we don't want to be too far away from that in terms of how you talk to your people. We go Camille Therakoff. This woman hustles. She works a lot, but she's not getting anywhere. That's the problem, is that it's giving all of your stuff away to other people. And we were just talking about that a second ago. Camille and Bobby are very much the same. There's leadership, there's a teddy bear, and there's also a grizzly bear. Okay, so we know that she cares and she loves, but after a certain point, it's like, you know what? Get your stuff together. Let's go. Move, move, move. So what would look like very loving on the outside can draw the patience very thin and become a little bit more like, like, I'm sick and tired of this. Come on, let's go, let's go. Like a feeling of I'm no longer sweet and cuddly anymore. Now I'm bearing fangs or claws, okay? So I like it, but it does make a very powerful leader. So let's hopefully say that you can stay on the outside of this. But when people step into the den, they step into the lion's cave or the bear's cave, they know that they can get real serious, okay? So we take a look at Camille Marie Gillen, okay? So that's Gillen, the name you were born with. Powerful for work, wants to make lots of business happen, but then will ultimately end up suffering the let me seek comfort vibration. Marie is a good name that will keep that in balance. Gillen as well, we see that one show up with a powerful vibration for wanting to travel and move. Just to confirm, that's Gillen, or Gillen with an E, right? Gillen.
Yep,
So move around. Make sure you're traveling. Make sure you actually get a chance to get on and off a plane, to get things fluid. This is a very balanced chart. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is missing, so the meditation may be a little lost on you. You're more of an actions-based, emotions-based person. And then there's lots of business as well. So you have a very powerful vibration to look good and build a long-term business based on the love and care of a family vibration. So keep that one in mind. When we're looking at you moving forward in business, it has to have the care of family. But once things get serious, don't be afraid to talk about the big business. So the sweetheart vibration will be the opening act. And once the hearts are open and they're loving you and they love the family vibe, then they get a chance to see, all right, now let's talk about getting some serious things done here. I want to create a large organization. I want to make sure that it's going to be very powerful but the problem is comfort seeking. Okay, so the one thing that would be really helpful is to do the thing that you love, whether it be singing or dancing or painting, whatever it is that you do, for sure. All right, Cass, we'll see you soon. Great to connect with you. Look forward to the rest of the journey when you see the recording, okay? Shoot, I forgot to split it into separate episodes. I'll have to do the editing later in case that does want to come out, but you guys are getting one big episode, okay? So I apologize for that. Looking in the back, I'm like, oh, shoot, I was supposed to pause and start the recording again, but it's one giant recording. So, Camille, any questions? Anything that's been shown up so far that you want to dive into, or that sort of picked out as very, very relevant?
I don't think, if I was to add a letter in, like the business name, I'll have put some thought into that. But for my name, because I do really want to add a letter in, and he said like I have like 6 options. Do they all mean the same, or is it like?
Let's quickly give you a synopsis of Camille. So we have Camille. I gotta make sure I spell this right. Theuerkauf.
Yeah.
Theuerkauf. And then you put a letter on this. So the first letter you have is F or X. Okay, so Camille X Theuerkauf or Camille F Theuerkauf. You could even spell Camille Theuerkauf with 2 F's on it. Okay, in case you don't want to take an initial. This will speak of the travel, like warrior vibration of you, wants to get something done. The leadership version of you that says, I'm going to be in charge, mommy's in charge. And then 6 says, but definitely a mom. Definitely someone who cares about business as well as juggling everything. I've got to have a balance of all things. It's going to be a hustler mode to your vibration of leadership. So you're not going to be afraid to say things with a name like this. Whereas right now it could be a little bit more kind of like reserved to speak out. It could be like, never mind. I'm just going to let the next one go by. But with a new name, like having the F or the X, you're going to definitely say like, I gotta say something. I'm going to say something right now. That feeling of like, I'm going to move powerfully through the vision of what you want to work through. The other one you could take would be the letter O. This one will be very cool in alignment for coaching, for creating a structured business that you will show up daily for. And then again, the 6, loving nature between love and money. So in case that speaks more a little bit, you're like, I don't really need to travel as much. I don't want to be so independent. I do like the hard work feel. I could use a little bit more discipline in my life. I like that feeling of structure. Then the letter O would be the one you'd want to go for. Or the letter H, if in case you do want to have the fast business. Guys, you could take one letter now and then grow into a new letter later. So just in case you're like, what's going to get me moving the fastest right now? Camille H, Camille Q, or Camille Z Theuerkauf, okay? So just so you know, that will get you running right up front. But then when you want to switch it up to something bigger or greater, this is where we can see the name like F or X coming forward. But my personal opinion, you guys all have these really, like big goals. Go for the fast numbers now. Otherwise, get ready for the long-term journey now, because that could take a little bit longer. But these numbers with the H, Q, or Z move you fast now, not structure. It's just about having fun, enjoyment, passion, travel, looking good, having the enjoyable experience into the journey of business, okay? Cool. Okay, so any other questions, or can you pass it off to someone else?
I'm all good. So yes, Karina can go.
Karina, hello. Okay, cool. So Karina's here.
Thank you.
Very, very blessed to be able to share this with you. Let me just pull up your side. I see here Karina.
I'm so excited. I feel sick.
So you're born on the 3rd of July.
Yes.
Okay, so we have there's going to be a bit more of a quiet vibration to this. Okay, so we have, let me just see here, 1979. Okay, so 7, 3, and 8. Nice. Life path 9, very emotionally connected. And then you're born here, Karina, Julie, Mackenzie, and then you married into Finnegan or Finnan.
Finnan, yes.
And then on Facebook it's Karina Finnan.
Yeah, my personal page is Karina Finnan.
Business page?
Well, my business page, I'm not too sure about. It was aimed at mums and a sense of community, and I've called it You Are. But I'm very happy if you hate that and want to change it because it's very confusing to me.
You are?
Yeah.
So like just
with empowering mums and building up mums and having a sense of community and support for other mums.
But wait a second. So if I scroll on Facebook and you've sponsored an ad to me, I will see you are, like the word you and the word are. Yeah. Okay, well, let me just take a look at it and see what it says.
Yeah.
It actually is a pretty powerful vibration, but not for business. So this will protect you. However, if we wanted to move it up, we would be thinking like URB, URK, URT, or like even bear you, like you bear, or like BARE, like imagine you bear it all kind of thing. It's hard to add an initial into a sentence because again, it takes away from it. But as it stands, sorry, go for it.
I'm happy to ditch that and change it. Like I'm going all for business, all for success, all for really fast. I'm happy to do whatever.
Okay, let me just make sure that I see what this is here. So I would absolutely suggest that you run with a name. So let me start running your names. But before I do that, let's talk about your charts here. Okay, so we have born in July, born on the 3rd, born in 1979. This is life path 9. So there's a giant heart. This woman feels the pains of others very, very clearly. There's a strong level of passionate or activism that wants to continue people moving forward. You almost want to cure the world or heal it. There's a strong level of impact in you where you want to be very humanitarian. So we can imagine that when you've amassed your wealth, that you're going to do big things with it. That shows up very clearly indicative. You may be like, I'm going to build schools or take care of kids or do something with my money or my time that helps people that will not make you money. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that, but there is something very right with that to say that you have passion and impact inside of the reason why you want to do business. So that's very, very powerful inside of there. The problem that we're going to see with the 9, it's very egoless. So to have a sense of self will be very small or subdued. And it can also travel into other people's mind spaces very easily. So in terms of business, your heart just extends so much further past your body that you have to really learn about boundaries and make sure that you take yours very seriously so that you don't end up overextending yourself, which is very easy to do. Born in July, there's going to be a strong quiet and a strong intuition in your life that you may not say very much, but very quiet and observant of other things and other people that can be very connected to their experience, even just as an audience member, but will also be very powerful in the area of spirituality, in the area of intuition, the connectedness of spirit. To know that exists, you can call anything you want into you, which may be a little bit of a reason why you don't call things into you, because it's like, well, why? There's no rush. Everything is as it should be. I'm content. That contentment, the wrong person would call it lazy. They're just like, oh, she doesn't do anything. It's because you don't need to. You're cool and calm and collected. Your names will share a different story, but that 7 is connected to spirit. The 9 is ready to make that journey and travel, okay? Then 3 shows up in the inside of your chart, which will say you're not going to get older for the major part of your life. You guys are all running this vibration. Genevieve was running it. Anna's running it. Who else is running it? Cass is running it. You guys are all showing up here with this princess vibration that's going to keep you from getting older for the major. By the time you hit 55, you're going to be looking like you're somewhere in your 30s, okay? It can show up already where people are like, I'm sorry, how old are you? And you have to carry your ID with you, and it's like I'm stuck in my 20s somewhere. But that feeling of being young and loving and sweetheart will play to you very well. The problem here is that the 7 is like, I don't worry about things. And the 3 is like, oh, no, it's okay. Here you go. And the 9 is like, well, of course I'm going to love and care and give to other people. So there's a theme of serving others more than you serve yourself inside of there. There is a global visionary number that's happening in the 3rd part of your life. So enough is enough at 55. You're like, you know what? I'm ready to do the big work. I'm ready to do the big thing in my life. So the greatest, most powerfully magnetic version of your mastery will show up at 55. Now it's all about joyful empowerment, pleasure, and experiencing the now, having a fun-loving experience, but being there for other people. They're just going to be magnetized by you and wanting to tell you everything that's going on inside of their life. So you inside of a private message inbox, you're going to get a lot of information from people. And think of it back towards your regular life. People confide in you. They want to tell you stuff. They trust you. You're not going to you're going to keep secrets. Okay, so that's a good thing to show up in there. Let's take a look at your names. Okay, so now we have Karina Finnan. This is the one that we see first. So Karina gets trapped in her head. Okay, so she can think about an idea and just get lost for days wondering, what did he mean by that? What did he really mean by that? What does that mean for me? And that neurosis can drive you mad, okay? So take time for meditation, but put a timer at the end of it to say, boop, okay, that's done. A powerful mantra you may want to take on would be things like, that's a cool thought. I wonder what I'm going to think of next. Or I wonder what my next thought will be. That's the process of you letting a thought go and then getting another one. So that's probably an easy way to move things around a little bit. But in case you want to, send her on a really huge journey of self-introspection, then Anna, all you have to do is ask her a bunch of questions and make her wonder why you asked her that. But there is a lot of like, did he say that for a reason? Like, what's going on? Like, what do I think? And it can get very trapped in its own head. So be careful about that. Okay, so Karina Julie Mackenzie, this is how you were born. And we see here Mackenzie. Again, so super loving. There's a big, huge heart, like just ready to give all of the love to everyone else, but doesn't want to get older. Will have that sweetheart young disposition her whole life, okay? And then you go and change it to fit in, and more trapped in your head. So this one is going to be hard to create some ads. You'll be like, I know I got it inside of me. It's right at the edge of my fingertips. I swear to God, I got to say something. I just don't know what to say. And then we see here Karina Finnan, it's going to be battling the mindset of that practical, I just got to figure this out. And we want to move that forward. So I would take Karina Finnan as a good name and move it forward by actually putting in the letter D, the letter M, or the letter V. So Karina M. Finnan would be perfectly fitting since M was for Mackenzie. Get ready to be a bit more passionate about the expressive side to you. Also, will be facing you towards wealth. Right now, I take a look at Julie. Let's see, just make sure here. Julie is inappropriately facing wealth. Mackenzie, again, is a good name, but doesn't have the wealth vibration. And then how about Finnan? Yeah, these numbers are great, but they don't have long-term business employee thing in there. It's a bit frustrating to create wealth. So having a vibration now that shows up with wealth, this thing should work pretty quickly for you, okay? So Karina M. Finnan, this is how you'd show up. Very, very powerfully for sure. There's a hard-working woman in here. So I expect that all of you guys are going to have a little piece of Anna inside of you. So there is going to be a powerful taskmaster in you as well, that like if Anna wants to get you to do something, just wrap the task in a bunch of loving conversation. So if it shows up sweetheart vibration, we can do this. All right, you ready to get serious with me? Because I'm going to give you some tasks now. Because we love Into the Way with Karina, we can achieve that spot where she says, all right, let's get to business. I'm ready to do this. You tell me what to do, I'm going to get it done. And so now we're going to elevate that up a little bit to get you moving forward in business. This is a very sweetheart vibration through business. The structure moves into momentum. So get ready to get on the go lives. You're going to, the confidence will move forward with a name like this. You'd be like, you know what? I will do a go live because Bobby said I was going to be more confident. So maybe I will be more confident. And so then you're going to go out there and do the actual video, and you will grow a natural, healthy level of confidence with that number. But most of you guys are looking at this, taking, like Cassandra was doing the same thing as well. This 358. Get ready to have a fun business, guys. Like, you guys are all gearing up for a lot of fun. There's only a few of you that show up for like super serious. And I get it. You can take super serious later as well. But having a lot of fun right now, this next 6 months are going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts to see where you guys are all at in like February, March. It's going to be cool. I can't wait. I'm already getting visions of you guys just showing up like a superhero team of like badass business babes. Just like, boom, like ready to do some serious damage into the online world. Karina, any questions at all or anything in there I said that was like, you got to get alone. If this girl disappears on you guys every so often and she's just like, I just got to get some air, like you got to get by yourself sometimes because it can get energetically overwhelming to be around other people because you're in their heads, okay? So try to, again, boundaries so you don't accidentally start adopting their thoughts, wondering, why am I thinking about that? What was that dream about? Does that mean I'm going to die? Oh my God. And that feeling can get really just locked into that. So getting time by yourself away from people, becoming a little bit more reclusive, not a bad look. But Karina, any questions? Anything in there that's so super relevant?
Yeah, I sort of feel like in my life, I have done law of attraction stuff for a long time, and I feel like I have everything that I've ever wanted. I feel like I lived quite a charmed life. The money side of it is the one thing that doesn't seem to have come yet. I feel it's close, but I don't want to play small. I want to play really, really big. And I want to know if you've got any advice for homework or something that I can do to get those 100K months fast. Like what do I need to do within myself to do that? I feel a bit sort of stuck in I know what to do, but I'm feeling a bit stuck.
Can I say something? Fear holds her back a lot.
That's okay.
People, fear of getting up, showing it, all that, everything to do around fear. So the homework to remove that.
Well, actually, this new name will naturally move you away from the fear vibration, just automatically, magnetically. But it wouldn't hurt to make sure you got all the pieces in a row. One of the biggest things that you were dealing with was the fact that big money was not showing up inside of your chart until 55 years old. So it was a real big stagnation that's going to happen for the next 20 years. I'm like, no. So like, we're not going to make you wait that long. We're going to give it to you now so you can experience it now. But another really big thing, I'm going to leave you guys with all of this. This is a big lesson for all of you guys. Journaling at 4 different levels. There's the mastermind journal, which says that you're going to put together what you're supposed to create in this lifetime. Then there's the yearly journal at the beginning of every year. You journal out what your next 5 to 10 year vision is going to look like. Then there's the monthly journaling where you journal out your next 90-day vision. So every beginning of the month, you rewrite the next 90 days. So it should roll over every 30 days where you get a chance to remap out, because it's a lot less scary when you get a chance to actually like know where you're going instead of just walking through the world blind, being like, I'm afraid of bumping into something. I'm afraid of my own shadow. I'm afraid of all this rejection. And I get it. That's fine. I understand that. But then the daily journaling will keep you very finite by saying things like, this is what I need to do today. This is the top 10 list of dailies. We talked about this earlier by journaling out what you need to do that day, what you're grateful for, what you're working on, what your opportunities are, and create a structure or a balance around this will be very powerful. Now, we are recording, so I know that I'm going to go a little bit fast on this stuff, but there's a certain amount of checklist. Post daily, post your life. Don't try to sell something you're not. Do your gratitudes. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. You're honoring you, that you're popping into the lives, you're there with the group, that you're vulnerable with yourself, even if it's just a private group between your team, and doing go lives in there, getting used to you being on a camera or getting used to you putting your story down. Every single day you can make a small little sliver that moves you forward one extra piece that will give you the momentum, moving you towards a faster $100,000 a month in business. That's like making like $3,200 or $30 or like about $3,000 in a day. So you have to be like really powerfully like, that's like making a trifecta or selling a quad every day of the month. So if you're trying to like break it down to the ridiculous, then either you're doing it or you and a team of people are all working on it together. So I mean, right now that can be like, holy crap, it's nuts. I can't even like fathom or imagine that. But if you're like, yeah, but I dream big. I got this thing. I want to make like $1.2 million in a year. Like that's what 100K months is. So to know that that's coming for you, that's one of the biggest icebreakers ever, is to say, I get it. I'm afraid. I get it. Fear runs everything. But I also know that no matter how afraid I am, I'm going to hit my goal. It's going to happen. It will be so, because my vision is powerful. It's impactful. I'm going to help other people. If you help enough people get what they want in their life, you get what you want in yours. It's a very powerful understanding of the universe, but the universe will only pay attention to you if you're giving it to yourself at the same time. So self-love, self-care, acknowledging your fear. I'm not going to say, come on, get it together. Don't be afraid. Like, okay, it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to have fear. It's okay to say that on your lives. It's okay to say that inside of your content, to say, this stuff scares the hell out of me. Being vulnerable scares the shit out of me. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I've set the stage to let you understand that if you're afraid too, you're not out of luck. It's not like you're just by yourself. Like you can get somewhere. So that feeling shows up inside of there. But to magnetize you a little bit faster, I would look towards your chart and I would give you the point blank on everything that you need to do in order to get there. First, meditate. Make sure that you have powerful mantras set up for the vibrations of your meditation. Second of all, call in the divine. There's angel numbers, cosmic numbers, universal numbers, divine numbers. Spirit, I need some help. Whoever's up there, help me out here. I'm dealing with some fear. Give me momentum. Send it to me. Make it easy for me. That feeling will show up inside of that. Sweetheart things. Okay, so doing things sweet for yourself, having a salon day, a spa day, that stuff is not time wasted. Okay, and then also time with family. If you've got kids, if you've got loved ones, if you've got people in your community, spending loved one time is going to be very powerful for you to move through that. Also working hard, staying true to the task. So there are going to be people that you trust that you're going to like say, I'm going to be vulnerable with you. I'm going to definitely help you through this, or you're going to help me through this. So I'm going to be vulnerable to you. Like to Anna, say, I accept your leadership. I'm going to take your task. I'm going to be open to you. I'm going to do what needs to be done. I'm going to run the play. So make sure you post every day. You just get better and better over time. But those would be some of my point blanks for you to really magnetize that. But then above all else, Karina M. Finnan. That thing will naturally move you forward and to be like, I'm not afraid of what people think of me. I'm not afraid of how I think about myself. I'm more afraid of what won't happen or what will happen if I don't do it. Like the fear is still there, but it's like, now you're running away from the fire. You're like, I don't want to live like that. I'm going to do something powerful now. And just watch, guys. She puts the M on her name, and I guarantee she's going to be so much more powerful just in general. It's going to work really well, okay?
So that's for personal and business page, same name?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Everywhere. Signature, call display, caller ID, everything, email, get a domain name, just brand it. And, yeah. And even if you were to go bear you or you bear, right? Like instead of you are, like you are works. But if you were to put you bear, or like, with a B on it, that speaks of a very powerful, like queen vibration of community and business, like the real you, the authentic you. That's just a small little low-hanging fruit from you are. But if you do plan on reviving your entire organization name, something to look forward to, okay?
Which one then? You Bear or Karina M. Finnan? Which one's going to get the big?
Karina M. Finnan will definitely move you faster, but You Bear will take you further. So you could use both, and use your your username, or you could say Bear You or You Bear in front of your audience. That would show up, But then also having the title page of your page showing up Karina and Finnan. Cool. All right, so I was hoping to do this in 90 minutes, and we have Sue to get through to now, and so we're saving the best for last here, Sue. And so I'm gonna put your chart up front, unless Karina, you have any more questions really quickly before we?
No, thank you.
Okay, cool. So all right, Sue, here we go. We're ready to do this, and now I have your birthday, September 18, the 18th of September, 1964. So we have a very powerful number in the first 55 years of your life. Being born in 1964, this makes you like 54, 53, or 52 or something like that. Yep. Okay, give me 1 second here. So I have 743. Okay, so 993. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to double check this. Just going to make sure I double check your birthday. So it's the 18th of September 1964, and so we're going to have a vibration here that shows up as life path number 2992. Is that right? Yep, that's right. Okay, so very powerful for partnership, very powerful for connection. This is the diplomat. This is someone who wants to be tactful. She's going to say the right things and definitely have the right vibration for others, but she cares a lot about helping people get to where they need to get to in life. You're going to feel good by helping other people get where they want to go. That's just the long and the short of it. This is a great coach. She's got love and love and love to give, but there is a really big theme for all of you girls that says you need to love yourselves. This is going to be one of the biggest gasoline that you can put on the success fire, is to make sure that self-care and self-love is going to be there. And then we take a look at the name Susan, and then you've got your middle name, Catherine Day. You were born with this name, and you're using this name today. So we got Sue Day, okay? So Sue Day shows up. So let's take a look inside of your name. And what about your business page, Sue? Are you using something specific for your business page? Let's see if I can unmute.
Yeah, I think I just unmuted. I'm using Sue's Path to Freedom.
Sue's Path to Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me just try something else. It's not working. If you were to use it and like you're like, shoot, I really like that, it would be Sue's Path to Freedom. The number 2, freedom. A little bit less serious. It's going to be a little bit more playful because you're using the number 2. But Sue's Path to Freedom will actually work infinitely more powerful than the letter TO or the letters TO. Okay, so business page looks pretty good. SUE''S Path PATH to Freedom. Man, I'm sitting here like just my tail is wagging here for Anna, being like. All of your girls are just getting like super SWAT team like sorted out right now. But this is going to be a very powerful coach inside of the business. So is it always Sue, or do we kind of stay away from Susan?
Yeah, always Sue.
No worries. Okay, so we won't go too far into Susan, and it goes Susan Catherine, the name that you're born with, Day. Okay. So very intuitive. This is a sincerely powerful soul. Like when we're talking about connection and partnership with other people, you get in with someone, you can talk to them. You know what's going on inside of their heads. Like you're there inside of their mind, and this can see clarity inside of the cosmos. I would imagine that this would be very successful as an empath, or very successful as a channeler, or a spiritual medium or something like that, where it's very connected energetically, but can also make you very reclusive. So have you met my friend Karina? That feeling is like you guys are going to be very and also connect within. So if anybody's dealing with anyone and you're too afraid to tell Anna, you can definitely reach these girls here, and they can definitely give you a little bit of power, and it's okay. I don't know how you feel. It's all good. But then we take a look a little bit further, and we're going to see here. So you go into hardworking woman. So crystals, get some crystals. Okay, so if you don't already have a gem feel to you, but there is power inside of business. And there's also power inside of leadership. You may be a little tough on yourself though. Like self-love is one thing, but this woman's downright, like, you can get a little bit mean. Catherine shows up pretty good though. This is, again, very powerful for connection. Really, like, talking to things that aren't even there. So you can help people move on. Do you have spiritual conversations by chance?
Not so much recently, but I have been pretty spiritual in the past.
Good. I like that. And then that would be one of the more powerful ways for you to link into connecting to the divine, or unloading some stress, or unloading uncertainty.
Yeah.
Envision it, and it will be so, I promise. But Sue Day, the problem with your chart here is that the wealth number doesn't show up. So we got to put it in.
That doesn't surprise me.
After today, don't be surprised either when it does show up, okay? You're like, whoa, what happened? Like, I'm just there. And you got one of the more powerful options, Sue C. Day. It will take you back into wealth, okay? Sue C. Day.
Really?
Yeah, you could also use the letter
Perfect.
L. You could also use the letter U. Don't use the letter U. E, F. What was the other one? Nope. E. Sue E Day, or Sue N, or Sue W, in case you're ready to take the next step. I would imagine Sue C Day, you're done. Like, you may never need to leave that. What did you say? You said something funny here. Wildly successful business. I would call this, again, queen. So all of you guys have a very common denominator of every one had princess in it somewhere. Every one of it had, like, just want to enjoy, I just want to have fun, I just want to, like, relax and find comfort right now and be human. But that princess vibration is getting moved up into queen vibration for a lot of you ladies. So the same thing with you, Sue. You take the C in there. This is authentic. This is your name. You have a vibration that's actually yours that will help you move into, like, love, business, compatibility, growth, team, community, wants to create money, wants to create magic, wants to actually have the both. Will be very powerful spiritual, but very powerful for hardworking. It's balance all the way around, okay? So Sue C. Day and Sue's path to freedom. Woo! That's a very, very powerful version for you as well. But I also want to pay attention to the fact that you're displaced from time. Like, being whipped around the sun 50-something times, it feels more like you've only had about 30 whips. You definitely feel, look, act, and enjoy at a younger level. So identifying with your age is very difficult. I would say go as far as this. You were in the 9 all the way up until 55. At 55 years old, you jump down to the 2. So you're going backwards through life. You spend all of your life being mature, this big, huge vibration of maturity, now down into the sweetheart vibration of let's just enjoy, have fun now, let's be here now. And then your names are like, yeah, I'm not getting older. I actually want to stay young forever. So that feeling is going to be there for you. Absolutely wonderful. So I appreciate this, guys. This is any questions, Susan, about your chart or about what's happening inside of there?
Yeah, well, I'm currently working, if you like, 3 jobs. So this business, I work as a hypnotherapist, and I also work with the disabled. Now, my goal is to give up the work with the disabled because it's quite a negative energy. It's not a job I'm really enjoying anymore, but I can't give that up until I can create a better income, either from this, but I'm time poor, or from the hypnotherapy. So my original goal was to reach 4A by Christmas.
Okay.
But I think I've changed things a little bit, because I'm thinking that if I can get my hypnotherapy business up and running better, then I can leave the disability and spend more time on this business. Because at the moment, I feel like I'm torn 3 ways, and I can't give my all to everything.
No, hypnotherapy will be a very powerful move towards your journey into this business. You will be able to do sessions for people in the team. Okay, so just be aware that your team gets a chance to have the hypnotherapy done for them, and you get a chance to move forward in that vibration. Yeah, I understand the impact and the passion of helping disabled, but it's going to be so drawing on your energy that it's going to
Oh, absolutely.
it's going to leave you.
Yeah.
So as soon as you can, get out. And I mean, the universe will respond for you. I'm almost like, and I didn't mean to say get out. I just like, I know that was a little rough. Before, when you were like, oh, I'm being pulled into 3 directions, I'm like, so quit. I said that thing said inside of my head, and I'm like, shh, that's kind of rude. And so like, I can tell like something coming down for you very spiritually. That's kind of like, so quit. We'll back you up. Trust me. Trust me. And that feeling of just like, just trust the flow. What's the worst thing that could happen?
Oh.
You go back into the drop situation, but you get rid of the parachute, get rid of the safety net. You're flying. You're going forth now. You know that feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's terrifying because I have debt, that I have to pay. I have to have an income, and at the moment the hypnotherapy is just not doing it.
That's okay. That's okay. And I'm not telling you to jump the chute too soon, but Sue C. Day speaks of a different vibration. You take that thing on everywhere you go, and that should effectively even you out. But this is it, guys. This is our time together. This is our session. It's been a huge honor and a very big blessing to use this. Takeaways, any questions? Anyone want to say anything before we close off the recording here? Anna, maybe you want to lead something in there. If anybody else wants to unmute themselves.
You gave me 3 letters. Which one should I use?
Which one should you use? B, K, or T? They're all, I would, if it was me and I was picking, I would pick the K. Just because K stands for 11, and I'm all about the 11s. So Anna K. Massie, if you're planning on really like, oh man, you're leveling up. You're like, dude, I'm taking it. I'm going. Yeah.
So do the letters relate to a number?
Yeah, they do. B is the 2nd letter in the alphabet. K is the 11th letter, and T is the 20th letter. So that's how come you add one of those and it moves the gist of the name up by 2 points.
Right. Okay.
I also teach this stuff, guys. So in case anyone's like super like, hey, I want to know how to do this, I definitely do that. So in case, that's something you want to continue on with.
Okay, so Anna K. Massie will bring me millions.
Honestly, when you said that, I felt like this big like lump coming through my throat. I'm like, ooh, that's power. Be careful about what you say to the universe. It's gonna happen. Okay.
I want that, so I'll say that a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, I will love you guys. I will leave you guys. I'm going to send you a link to our group so that when we
Can I do a quick photo?
Yep, we're going to put a photo together, and then I'll actually do one on my side as well because I want to make sure that I remember this day. This is a very monumental day for me. You guys have helped me to create something out of my business. So, okay, I've got my camera like this, and then what we'll do, I got a smiley face. Do that face, right? Like. So, okay, cool. So we're going to take a picture here. Everybody's going to look at the camera, say smile. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for this. This is so super powerful. I hope you guys got value. I hope you guys got a lot of work. Anna, I hope you understand what you've got here. This is a team of powerful women. You guys all just got upgraded. Give me about, I'd say, maybe a few hours to get all of the stuff ready for you guys. I'm going to drop a single link. And if it's okay with you guys, I'll put everyone's charts in the same one. Don't go and pick each other's charts and reading it. It's kind of like looking inside of your underwear drawer. Like, it's very private stuff, okay? So just make sure that everyone downloads their own. And with your permission, I would definitely, let Anna read all of your charts. That's the reason why I would put it all together. But to know what your teams are doing, I hope that I get a chance to do one of these for each one of you guys when you guys all hit 4A, 5A, 6A, and you want to put some people into a group, but it's going to have to be a 2.5 hour session. Like, to do this in 90 minutes with 6 people is too much. So I appreciate you guys so much for going overtime with me. Any other questions, guys?
Time too, Bobby.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I didn't want to get anyone squeezed out too soon. So yes, it's been an honor, but I appreciate you guys so much for helping me level up my business. I'll see you guys at the next event. I'll see you guys on the leaderboard. I'll see you guys in success. I'll see you guys at the top. All right.
Can Karina quickly
Bobby,
ask you something?
sorry. If we want to post this picture on Facebook, do you have a little blurb that we can put up about you and what you do?
Oh my God, Bobby was so amazing. He said everything was so right. I love this guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
You only work with people in gas, hey?
I work with everyone. I work with people inside, outside of gas, isogenics, USANA. I go in different groups, different places. People in traditional business, kids, people getting married, people getting divorced, people having babies, like moms. If moms want to know what's wrong with their kids, like why does this one keep running into walls, that kind of thing. So we get a chance to see everything. So and also business planning, guys. Like, great, you got a name for your business. What happens 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the road? How do we align the vision for your guys' organization? So would definitely still be value for everyone to book half an hour with me or an hour with me to go dive deep into your own session. And we can talk about traumas, past things that have happened. But I would be so super honored just to share something authentic. Like maybe there was a big, huge takeaway, or that it enlightened you, or it gave you confidence, or it gave you power, or it was just crazy how the numbers knew who you were, or how I knew everything that was going on in your life. But nothing specific, just other than you got to book in with this guy or reach out to him or whatever it is. I would absolutely love it if you guys all did that for me inside the team, or did a go live in there, or whatever it is that you did. Or if you want to do a challenge all you guys to go live about your experience, and give me a live testimonial on your personal page or inside of your group or something. To share with people about what you took away from the experience. If you felt called, if you're like, I don't know, didn't, then don't say anything, please. Sorry, you were going to say something there, Karina?
Well, just to explain the extra letter and how interesting it is and why I'm putting the M in my name.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't want to talk about it. Some people do. They're like, hey, I put a weird letter in my name in case you want to know why. Numerology, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
realize it's like 9 o'clock Saturday night for you, so thank you very, very much.
Who else would I want to spend time with besides you guys? Oops, sorry, my wife. Absolutely, yes. So I appreciate you guys a lot. All right, I'll see you guys soon. All right, take care.
Bye.
See you guys.